service. She has served as Minister for Education and also was the first female Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast. And she has distinguished herself as a trailblazer for women in leadership across the country. Her nomination, therefore, underscores our party's unwavering commitment to inclusivity and empowerment of women in leadership roles. Now, she possesses extensive qualifications and experience, and we believe that she brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to be able to push the agenda of our party and to support the flag bearer of our party on the presidential ticket. Now, President Mahama expressed confidence in his running mate, and what he said is that he was proud to have Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman as the running mate on account of her integrity, her dedication, her vision for a better Ghana, and she being an ideal candidate to be able to help the party to be able to win this coming election. So we can only express our satisfaction and our happiness about this choice. We believe it's a choice that actually will gladden the heart of the people of Ghana, a choice that signals our readiness to go into battle. And we believe that the women of Ghana, the young people of Ghana, all the people of Ghana will rally behind His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the running mate, even as December 7 comes, in order for us to be able to deliver the necessary victory, not just for this party, but also for the country as a whole. So this is the very short announcement we want to make available to you, to let you know that finally it's out of the bag. You now have the name of the running mate to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So NDC's tickets, the top and the second, are ready. In the coming weeks, we'll be moving ahead to make further announcement regarding other critical issues with our campaign, but we'll accordingly let you know when the time is ready. It should not be too long. Thank you very much.
All right, so yes, indeed, we are still here at the premises of the national headquarters of the NDC at Adabraka. Let's engage the female more, because this is actually for them. And what would this mean?
Who is the former deputy national organizer of the NDC? Doc, we are grateful to have this conversation with you. Briefly, one of your own is chosen again to partner John Mahama. How did this come to you?
Well, good afternoon to all viewers. It's a very welcoming news. I think she is one of the excellent choices that have been made today. We are most grateful to the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is coming President next year, 2025. We are grateful for him choosing Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman as the running mate. And we are sure with this election, it's going to work perfectly for Ghana. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman is one of the excellent things that has happened today, and we are all happy as women. So for now, who will have a heart for the country. I know the kind of passion she has for the country, Ghana, for where the country is going, she's really not happy with. So it's always been her dream that she would look at how to get Ghana back to track. So I am very happy these dreams are being fulfilled today.
Before her name came out, there were other names that were out there, all men who are equally very competent, but
top, both local and international, and that is what has influenced the choice and nomination today. And quite clearly, the people who were in the NEC meeting will tell you that it was overwhelming endorsement. Once the name was announced, it was overwhelmingly accepted. And from the factors that H.E. John Dramani Mahama put out there as informing the decision, I mean, these are matters that you can look. And he says that, listen, with the mess created by the MPP, you do not want a situation where in 2025, you have a vice president that you do not have a working relationship with. Remember also that the success or otherwise of the NDC post-2024 would depend on how they work together with the entire party. And so that was basically what happened today.
From the streets, people are more concerned about the age factor as well, and also knowing so well that she might, one way or the other, not necessarily have the financial background heading into this election. That would be a crucial thing.
The two principal contenders today for the United States of America president, one is 75 years, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden. So that age question doesn't arise at all. We are clear in our mind. The work and the mess created by the MPP require thoughtful leadership. That for us is the most important thing. We have seen the useful Bawumia become a mess under our watch. Bawumia was chosen at a relatively younger age. His scorecard is disaster and more disaster. And so the question of age does not come up. We are looking for results, more results, and more results. And we have no doubt at all in our mind that the ticket, the John and Jane ticket, is the best under the circumstance. And we salute H.E. John Dramani Mahama for doing us the honor with this nomination. And we are going to work together tirelessly to ensure that we win the next election.
Council, quickly, would you say this is actually very strategic, getting the running mate from the central region?
Remember, and again, H.E. John Dramani Mahama talked about the question of the swing regions. Greater Accra, Western region, the old Bonahafo, and Central region. Strategically, with all the research that has been done, the issue of Central region being a strategic region for us is key, and we are very confident that it will happen.
Is Ghana ready for a first-time female vice president?
I think Ghana has been waiting too long. Ghana has been waiting too long. And we should have done this before the United States of America. But it is not late. Victory beckons. Let us all go back to our respective constituencies, our polling stations, and work hard to ensure that we win the next election convincingly and decisively.
Very well. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Council. And of course, there you had the head of legal affairs for the NDC, lawyer Eduji Tamekulu, reacting to the special announcement that has been made. And of course, like I did mention, it's something a lot of the party folks and faithfuls have been waiting for all these years. It didn't really come as a surprise to many of the people who have been following the commentaries surrounding the purported name as a running mate at all. But the task ahead of this two is simply winning power or reclaiming power for the NDC in December. A few months more to that particular post. Eric is still on here. Eric, I understand you have with me, you have the regional chairman.
Will be expecting a lot of hard work from the central region, and so for those in the region, central to be specific, what do you expect the party machinery to do to complement the value she brings on board?
I am very sure this will motivate. It will motivate our colleagues in central region to work very hard. If you look at the last result, NDC had only 4 parliamentarians as against the remaining 4 MPP. But in 2020, it went up to 13 as against 4, and that was an increase of 9. I am very sure that this will motivate, my colleagues in the central region and work hard, including all the constituent executives, the regional executives, and everybody. And I am very sure and confident that this time around, the presidential votes will be higher than before.
Now, before you go, one last question. There's this issue about complacency, and many people are
known for her dedication in education and in public.
That individual who will help us all walk into this election knowing very well that success is ours, that the good Lord himself will crown this pair as a pair to take us into the next phase of our lives as a people. After 67 years of independence, I believe that Ghana deserves much, much, much more than what we have, and Ghana deserves better.
Finally, before I let you go, is the NDC looking out for the regional blocks, the benefit the party?
Dispassionately for all. An individual who will run an all-inclusive government. An individual who will eschew nepotism and unwanted cronyism. An individual who will work to fight corruption. An individual who will make sure that we do not spend over $50 million on a cathedral whose foundation has moved from nowhere. What we expect, imagine that 1 million each of those monies had been expended on the various constituencies. 275 million Ghana cedis. It's change, and would have given all of that and more, and would have had thriving economies in each and every one of our constituencies. We want a better Ghana. We want a more positive Ghana. We want a Ghana where there's equity, there's fairness, there's justice. We want a Ghana where our leaders don't lie to us all the time. Look, Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia was propelled to prominence by the media. He has run a flag bearership contest till date, has refused even to grant one interview because he knows that everything he says is a lie. Let's pray for leaders who will look us in the eye and hold themselves out in readiness for accountability, for transparency. Above all, they will work in the interest of Ghana.
Thank you so much for speaking to us this afternoon. There you had the special aid to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Lawyer Joyce Bawa-Mukhtari, as you always have it, she just spoke passionately about the plans the party has put in place to officially make that particular announcement as far as the running mate is concerned. As I mentioned, the atmosphere here is charged with that particular pronouncement. Who becomes the running mate to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? In a couple of minutes, we will be finding out here at the national headquarters of the party in Adabraka. But quite a number of questions people will be asking: the age factor, the regional bloc, and as well as the other backgrounds, the economical aspect of it, the financial background to this. And as I mentioned earlier, we all know so well that the vice president is definitely going to be the leader or the chairperson of the economic management team. Thus, the political parties should be looking out for such a person with a financial background. But I keep posing the question. You've listened to the explanation being given by the two guests that I've spoken to already. We'll try as much as possible to get interactive with the people or some of the party folks that are gathered here. Let's find out from them. Let's pick their views and thoughts on the names that have popped up. I've mentioned Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. I've mentioned Dr. Kwabena Dufour. I've also mentioned Togbi Apede the 14th, the paramount chief of the Agbogumefia of Asogli State. They are all people whose names have popped up over the period. There's also a mention of the former chief of staff, Honorable Julius Deborah. He is also likely to be named. We wait to see what really pans out at the end of this crucial announcement. Remember that indeed the NPP on the other side, they are also yet to name their running mate to His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They are also gearing up and they are preparing to break the 8. Whereas the NDC on the other side is also chasing a reclamation exercise. They are poised to reclaim power from the NPP. So it matters a lot. The age factor is going to be a critical issue. The origin of the person is also going to be another critical thing to look out for. Now, look at the interesting thing to this whole contest as far as the 2024 general election is concerned. The two contenders, that is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is from the Northern Bloc. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for the NPP is also from the Northern Bloc. So it's going to be quite interesting. If indeed they split this vote, then it comes back to the other 15 or so regions. And you know how the Ashanti region votes, you know how the Volta region votes, you know how the Eastern region and the other regions vote. But mind